Hello everyone. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment saying where you're from and when you watched. That way, YouTube will continue to show you stories like this. Now, let's get started. Asterisk, I spent the whole day of April 4th preparing. I had cleaned the living room where the camera would be placed since early morning. I tried to keep my mind clear, telling myself that this was just a psychological experiment. But as the hours passed, I felt like the house was changing. The air became more stuffy. Sunlight could no longer penetrate the windows. Dust in the room swirled in the invisible cold wind. I placed the camera in the middle of the living room facing the door. The night camera was fully charged. I also attached a separate microphone to record every sound. I checked everything 3 times and then retreated to the bedroom upstairs. The clock read 11:50 p.m. I watched the clock as the minutes passed. When the hands pointed to exactly 12 o'clock, I began to hear the first noise. Footsteps, soft at first, slow, then clearer. They came from the hallway downstairs. I opened my phone to see what the camera was recording. The screen was dim, but I could still see the light in the living room flickering. Then right in the middle of the frame was a blurry figure. Tall and thin, standing still, looking towards the camera. I was stunned. There was no sound of the door opening. No one had come in from outside, but the figure was still clearly visible. I tried to regain my composure and zoomed in. The figure began to move, not walk, but drift across the room. When the figure touched the camera, the image began to distort. There was a buzzing sound in the microphone, as if hundreds of voices were overlapping each other, whispering something. I couldn't understand. Then the camera lost signal. I rushed downstairs with a flashlight. The room was dark. The camera was still, recording, but the screen was filled with white noise. I couldn't see anyone, but the scent in the room had changed. The musty smell of the old house was now pungent with a burning smell, as if something had burned from inside the walls. I felt a chill down my spine, as if someone had just suffocated the air in the room. I checked the camera again. All the data was still there, but the recording time was cut off right when the shadow appeared near the camera. I decided to extract the video to my computer to watch it more closely the next morning. But that night, I couldn't sleep. I lay in bed with my eyes wide open. In the darkness, I heard someone calling my name clearly, over and over again. Daniel, Daniel, Daniel. Every time the call rang out, I felt the house shake slightly, as if it were breathing. I was paralyzed and couldn't move. A cold feeling spread from the back of my neck to my feet. A familiar voice rang in my ears. Again we found why I don't remember when I fell asleep. The next morning, I woke up with scratches on my wrists. Exactly like the bruises I had seen in my dream. I rushed to the computer to open the video to watch. The footage was very clear at first, but at the 13th minute, the image started to shake. A red dot appeared in the corner of the room. From there, a shadow began to appear. Slowly, slowly, each step forward caused the camera to get more grainy. I froze at the moment the figure passed the camera. In the few frames before the signal was cut off, I saw a face, white, no eyes, a smile that stretched from ear to ear. The smile matched the police description of the victims. I backed away from my seat. Goosebumps rose all over my body. I knew I had just witnessed something that could not be explained by logic or science. There was no doubt about it. There was something real about this house. It was not a rumor. It was not a legend. It was one of those true, scary stories, and I was the next one chosen to see it. But why wasn't I dead like the others? Was it because I hadn't fully entered that loop? Or was there something else waiting for me? I knew I couldn't leave, not because I didn't want to, but because I could sense the house wouldn't let me. Every time I was about to pack up and leave, some strange event would happen that would make me stay. It was like it was controlling my decisions. That night I decided to do something more daring. I would try to talk to the entity in the house. I would ask questions, and I wanted answers. Watch the next episode to see what happens when I try to contact the spirit in house number 44.